A, E, A, 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 A, E, A. It is time for a new pronunciation episode. And what is better than starting with a song? If you have kids in kindergarten in Norway, you might have heard that melody before. Tommelfinger, tommelfinger, hvor er du? The reason why I wanted to start with this song is because a, e, and a are three sounds that are connected somehow. And the thing that they all have in common is that when pronouncing them, your focus should be on your lips and on how open your mouth is. Your tongue can relax. Don't worry about it. Just let it lay down in your mouth and don't think about how it should move. Just let it lay flat. Your lips and your jaw will do the whole work. So a lot of people struggle with all of them, but maybe especially the last one, the a, which is actually a mix between a and e. So a and e. A is the letter A. E is the letter E. And A is a letter that you don't find in the English alphabet. But if you look at it closely, can you see what it is made of? If you look closely, you'll see that it looks like an A and an E put together. So let's first look at A and E, and then we're going to combine them and make A in the end. So first letter A, or A in the English alphabet. A, when you pronounce A, you want to open your jaw, to just open your mouth vertically and let your smiling muscles relax. You're not going to smile here. You're not going to open your mouth horizontally, only vertically. Only open your jaw and you say, ah, just like you would when you're at the dentist, right? Say, ah, ah. That's it. It's super simple. Just open your jaw and nothing else. Tongue lying flat. No smiling. Even though you want to, don't smile. Ah. Okay, now that you've done that, we're going to go to the E, or E in the English alphabet. E. This is the opposite. Of course, you're going to open your jaw, but not as much, just a little bit. And you want to smile. So here you imagine that you open your mouth horizontally. Imagine two kinds of squares. One that is long, or vertically long, for A. So your mouth is shaped like a long vertical square. A. And then when you say E, you want that square to become horizontal. E. You're still open because or else it wouldn't be a square. you need to have some space. E. And you smile. E. Relax your tongue. Because if you don't relax your tongue, if you move your tongue forward, suddenly the E becomes E. 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 So the only difference between E and E is that when you say E, you're pushing your tongue up to the palate and forward. You don't want that. So relax your tongue and just say E. E. Like in there, here. Okay? You can do that. Now, how do we combine these two? So you want to open, just like with ah, and then you try to smile. So basically, ah is a smiling ah. And this square have the same length on all sides. So imagine that it's what is it called? Kvadrat. What's that in English? A foursquare? Huh. Yeah, a foursquare. So basically a square with where the sides are the same length. So it's not vertical, it's not horizontal, it's same. Like a square meter, right? All the sides have the same length, 1 meter. Not your mouth, that would be, then you would have to have a very big mouth, but same size, same length of the sides. So, ah. So to practice, let's make an ah and then e and then ah in the end. Okay, so you can see that the last one is a combination of the two. So let's start with ah, and then make e, and then you open more to get a ah. Okay, you really have to focus on your mouth here, or else you're not gonna get it right. Okay, of course we do not necessarily open that much when we speak, but the principle is the same. Just think about a four square, like-sided square. When you say ah, like ha, what, ha. And in Norwegian, when we say here and there, we actually say had and dad with the ah sound. So ah is more open than e. Ah, e, ah, e. The only difference between e and ah is that I open my mouth more, basically. Just like when I say ah. Yeah, so the sound ah is not necessarily the letter ah. We very often the letter e in English, is actually pronounced ah. So you have to differentiate between the sound ah, which is represented by the letter ah, and how different letters are pronounced in a sentence, in a word. And that can vary. So even though you see the letter e, it might actually be pronounced ah. But the ah, the good thing with the letter ah, is that the letter ah is always pronounced ah. Whereas the letter e can be pronounced ah as well. So it's a very useful sound to know. Okay, let's do the song again. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah, e, ah, 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 ah, e, ah. How did it go? If you didn't manage to do that, I want you to do it again until you get it, without having to think. Okay? Lycka till! Vi høres!